We're looking ahead to that day. Now, as we look downtown, quiet conditions. We look downtown quiet, and we look in Grafton, it's also quiet. At this hour, it is clear, and honestly, with that cold front that moved through, we expect to be cooler, but it's really been pretty decent overall. Temperatures from 15 to 20 degrees cooler than they were yesterday at this time, with our current temps right now around freezing outside. We continue to look at temperatures that are on the cooler side. As we move forward the next several hours, I do expect that we're going to be pretty pleasant. Now, you'll look at the big picture and shows that rain and all that stuff moved to the south. Now we see a few clouds stream in. I think they'll take a minute to get here, so I would expect that today is mostly sunny. Still a very pleasant day for the most part. The next few hours, we're going to work our way from the mid-30s all the way up close to 50 degrees later on this afternoon. Really expect that today is still around average, if not just above average. That's a positive thing for us moving forward over the next few days as we talk about what's going on. Now, our temperature trend, I think overall between now and the next few days is around average, but watch this warm air build back in. The only thing that we're going to see change this is an opportunity for rain. Otherwise, our temperatures are not slated to get cold at all. In fact, I would argue next week could be one of our warmer stretches, even that rivals early January, where we had some really warm stretches as well. And right now, the only thing that will change that is this system right now that's off the coast. This is dragging in a lot of moisture here from the southwest. And as this digs down and starts to work its way in, we're focused on a couple of things with this. Right now, it works its way into California, the center of this pressure. This is something that we typically, when we monitor these systems this time of the year, we're talking about, hey, this could bring us snow, and depending on its track, we're going to get this much snow or this much rain, whatever it is. Well, there's no cold air component with this at all, unlike the last system. And as this starts to enter the frame and gets sampled by all those data points, it feeds into models like this. And as we look at advanced tracking, that kind of tells us where this could be. Now, as we pause this, we mentioned yesterday, if you kind of followed along or just kind of catching up right now, it's a matter of where does this go? And I want to point out really where I think the core of this system is and where we are in relation to this, because I think it's important to note that right about here is pretty much where this low is. And we'll put it right here, and you'll notice that in the general sense of where this could go, if it moves here, we're still going to get some rain on the northern edge of this entire system, but I don't think that we're going to see the core of the rain. I want to look at two different models right now as we look at this kind of pushing through, because I think this is pretty short-lived. The warm air builds back in, and we're going to see that ridging kind of build back in. I want to look at model number 2 first. Once again, I just put number 2 first, even though not number 1, but we're going to look at a couple of different models here. And this one, particularly at noon on Saturday, has a lot of us in rain, and I think a wide area of rain. You'll see where that wide area of rain pushes all the way to the south. Look at this, the heaviest rain in northern Arkansas, southern Missouri. Now, we're on the northern edge of this by noon on Saturday, meaning that if the aforementioned Mardi Gras celebrations, Valentine's Day, whatever it may be, could be affected by rain at this point. That's just one of the models that we're looking at. Well, let's look at the second one at noon on Saturday. Not quite as much. Now, for the most part, several of them have kind of had this solution where more of that rain remains well to the south, and we're kind of on the northern edge of a glancing blow for any sort of rain. And so I think that, to me, is what I would expect is where you're looking at somewhere like this, where if we're going to pick a spot even by midday on Saturday, you're going to pick a spot right along I-70 and to the south. That, to me, is where you're going to see better opportunities for rain here. If you're north, say Pike County, Lincoln County, and even St. Charles County, sure, we might get a little bit of rain, but the steady soaking rain, to me, looks south as it continues to trend that direction. That's the way it looks like right now. It doesn't mean we won't see that. I'll show you Futurecast. It kind of gives us a better blend of maybe both of those and puts this into motion. You're still dry Friday night. You're still dry Saturday morning. And I really think that the earlier you're out for Mardi Gras and celebrations, the better off you are. Now, as that transitions into your holiday date plans or whatever it may be, I think rain starts to settle in. But notice how a lot of us on the northern edge of things, right along I-70, as that rain settles in, sure, we'll see a few showers. And if that wavers maybe 15, 20 miles, yeah, we're going to get rain. So I keep it in the forecast. I just want you to know that areas to the south are likely to get a better shot of that rain as that starts to work its way out of here quickly by Sunday morning, and then we build back into the warmth. 50 degrees to tomorrow, 56 on Friday, pretty nice overall. And then we're going to see those chances for rain. Like I said, I keep them at a steady 40% because I think some of us miss out on the rain, and you may even get to nudge up a little warmer as a result. We'll warm back up quickly Sunday and Monday, but look at the temperatures of the next few days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, mid to upper 60s, right around 70 degrees. degrees. Even as we cool down slightly Thursday into Friday, I still think it's just a very brief cool down. It's not a huge change, and temperatures over the next few days are going to be quite pleasant overall as we can